Welcome to this week's episode of Biz Success in 15, where top experts share hot tips and strategies that you can implement in as little as 15 minutes to build your dream business. And now here's your host, the Visibility Whiz, Cindy J.
Hi, I'm Cindy J, the Visibility Whiz, and welcome to this episode of Biz Success in 15, where top experts share hot tips and strategies that you can implement in 15 minutes or less to build your business. And today I am honored and so thrilled to have our guest, Therese Skelly. She's a transformational business coach that works with mission-driven entrepreneurs. She helps them clear energy and money blocks, be fully seen, and become energetically aligned so that they can own their value, make more money, and serve more people. Most importantly, Therese is a champion for women who want to show up more fiercely to do the work that their soul has called them to do through their business. And she's just currently released a book, Love-Based Mission, How to Create a Business That Serves Your Soul. I love that title. So you want a business that serves your soul. So I'm really anxious to talk to Therese about this book. So welcome, Therese. It's a pleasure
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you. Thanks for the invitation. It's always fun to hang out with you.
Oh, thank you. And before we start talking about your book, can you share a business or personal challenge that you had to overcome in order to achieve your level of success?
Losing everything to bankruptcy would have been a big one. That was back in 2008. You know, a lot of people had the same experience. And part of it, Cindy, was I didn't have the mindset, right? I was, obviously the recession hit, everything dried up, but I really chalk it up more to my mindset. And so it was a moment of, you know, I'm really guided by my soul. I'm really on this entrepreneurial path. I feel like I don't have a choice. And that was one of those decision moments where it's like, should I just get a job? And I was like, I can't get a job. And so it's one of those, I was telling my clients, you have to be all in. You have to, like, there is no plan B. There's nobody saving you. There is no job. There's no, you know, Prince Charming writing you off with millions of dollars. It doesn't happen that way. And so it was literally like picking myself up from, I lost my house, my car, everything, my dignity. It was a horrible time. And then but it made me pretty fierce about, this is my work. And then I had to clean up my mindset, clean up my money stuff, right? And so that was a huge one. And there was a whole bunch of shame around that. And if you know me, I'm a shame buster, right? I'm like, I got to talk about this. And it was really embarrassing. The very first time I was like, oh, and I lost it, you know, because I thought, who the hell is going to hire a business coach that freaking lost everything, right?
Right.
But what I've learned is the more real we are, the more we tell the truth, the more people go, oh, I actually trust you more. I relate to you. You're not going to judge me. So it also taught me that telling the secrets, telling the stories, empower others, and it doesn't let shame take us down anymore. So those were huge lessons.
Yes, I love that. And that is so true. It's telling your story. It's such a connection to your clients whenever they know your story. And it definitely is one of the biggest things that's going to help build the know, like, and trust factor. So
absolutely.
I'm so excited about your new book. So let's move on to that. So it's, you know, the love-based mission. I love that word, the love-based mission, because so many people today, they're going into business, not really out of love, but just out of, how do I make money? I need to make money from home,
right,
versus going into really creating that business that serves their soul. So talk to me a little bit about that.
I think there are our tribe, right? Our tribe. There are just people, it's just a cash machine, and there's no judgment about that, right? Like, you want to buy a franchise or you want to buy whatever, might not be your mission in life. So this book isn't for you. You're free to read it. It wouldn't hurt you. But there are those of us who absolutely know, like I would always say, my business is my ministry, right? This is like the purpose we are here to do on the earth is often lived out through our business. And the problem becomes we bring ourselves to that. And, you know, I used to be a psychotherapist. So the book talks a lot about how our early patterns, our codependency, and you and I know this one, our tendency to overgive and undercharge and undervalue ourselves, how it literally bites us in the ass. It's like we have this big mission that God or whatever implanted in us, but then we have our small selves. And so we have to, like, who do you have to be to really, as I say, be the steward of the great work you're supposed to do in the world. So it's about that.
Mhm. And so, so many people, because of our past and our patterns, and a lot of times, we're never, I think, going to 100% get over our past, because there's always these layers that seem to pop up when we need them. So how do you even start your love-based business without letting your past get in the way?
Exactly. Oh, that's such a, yeah, we're never, one thing I always say is feelings follow action. And it's funny, as a former psychotherapist, I'm like, I can't believe I talk this way today. It's almost heresy, right? Because if we wait till we feel enough, if we wait till we're all ready, we're going to be just sitting on the couch eating bonbons, as opposed to, okay, I'm inspired, I have this idea, and then the other voice is like, and I'm scared as hell, holy shit, right? We got the both. You have to just trust the inspired action. And so if you are getting the hit that you're supposed to start a business or do a business, what our minds do, Cindy, and you know this, they say, oh, but I need to know more, I need to research, I need to have every single step laid out. No, you don't. That's your mind's way of holding you back, actually, and preventing you, because our brains actually want us to stay safe. And the way we stay safe is to stay familiar. Like, oh, I know this level of dysfunction, I know this level of income, I know this level of visibility. And yet our soul's like, yeah, no, you're supposed to be up here. And so our brain's like, no freaking way. And so it's also great to have somebody that is on your team, like a mentor, a mastermind buddy, a friend that's like, what'd you do today? Like, come on, you got to get it up, because you can't do it up by yourself. You really can't do this work by yourself. You have to have people pulling it out of you, basically.
Even somebody sort of to challenge you or to gently push you.
Right,
we have, and I'm sort of relaying this to, like, with a business, we all have these dreams of having this business, but they stay in our head. I used to always have this dream or thought, hey, it would be really cool to go ziplining, right? So I went on a cruise last December, and we didn't schedule any ziplining excursions, but when we went to Belize, my daughter said, if I can charge the zip line to my room, will you go ziplining? I said, sure, because never in a billion years did I think she would be able to charge the zip line to her room. But this pushed me into action. It was like, had I had more time to sit there and think about it, I may not have just did it. And then to top it off, my daughter knew this, but she did not tell me that the ziplining thing had 4 different stations, and one of the stations was a cargo net bridge that went like 100 feet straight up. So you're like, oh, hi, cargo net, right? And that, like, empowered me too, but it wouldn't have been for my daughter's gentle push. I wouldn't have done it. Had she told me about that cargo net, I definitely wouldn't have done it.
No.
But once I got to the end of that cargo net, the acceleration, the feeling of, wow, I did this, was so exciting. And I think we can get that same excitement through business.
But here's the thing, you said yes. We talked about that before we started the recording. Like, you have to say yes. And what I teach is, how do you manage the fear voices? How do you really, there's the doing, and then there's the being, right? The doing is, these are the steps you have to take. And that's the easy part, actually. That is not hard. Marketing 101. Basically, you get in front of people, know, like, trust, boom, 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 boom. We all have that understanding. But the being part is like, well, who am I? What do I say? How am I different? Does anybody really need this? Tony Robbins already said it. Adam Urbanski's already doing it, right? It's like the little gremlins in our head. And so that's what I work on, is how you have to be in order to manage the task. And a huge one is, you say yes and you just shut the hell up. Like, you just like, shh, like all the little voices. Now, obviously you don't do stupid stuff. You don't go take out $1 million loan, right? You don't do stupid stuff. But if it's inspired, and if it's in alignment with your mission and your purpose, and it's not like fear-based, like, oh my God, that'll help. That'll, not that somebody will save me spending flurry that people get into, right? When you take the inspired action, just one little next step, then you get to do it. And that's what the book is about, is how to do that.
Part of your book is to create a business that serves your soul. So how can your business serve your soul, and how do you even get in tune with your soul?
I know, that is so nuts, isn't it? Well, my belief is that soul is everywhere and everything. Everything has a soul, right? So if we are a soul and a business is birthed from us, why then would the business not be an extension of our soul, right? So what I teach is our businesses have a soul. In fact, our programs have a soul. And it's just a different way of being with it. And so if you understand that your business has a soul, it's like a relationship with that. It's like a living, breathing thing instead of a spreadsheet with some revenue projections, right? Mm-hmm. You do that as well, but how to create a business that serves your soul. So the business is, it's like like an infinity loop. Let's do that, right? So I connect with the business, and the soul of the business gives me ideas. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, that's what wants to happen. Okay. And then I act on it. And then so it's just like, it's a different way of being with it. And, mm-hmm. Because here's the thing, there's one of the principles I teach is that you have to be in alignment. And if I am to do X work in the world and I somehow go, oh, but I'll just shoot for getting all the money I can, or I'll shoot for this, and it's not in alignment with what I'm here to do and or my values, right? There's a lot of mentors out that are teaching wonderful formulas, but their methods or their work might not align with your values. And if you try to do that, oh, hell, you're going to lose money and be miserable, right? And so it's really critical to know, like, what is mine to do? And then you align that with the soul of your business, and it kind of all it's just like, oh, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like I get to do this. I get to freaking show up and do this. Woo! And then I get paid. Holy heck. That's what it is.
And I love that, the values, because you have your personal values, but you also have your business values. Mm-hmm. And whenever you're clear on your business values and you honor them, then you're honoring the soul of your business.
Exactly.
And then you're really creating a business. And I love the name of, I think it's actually the name of your business, Happy in Business, right?
It used to be. I changed. It used to be Happy in Business. Now it's just Therese Skelly. But yeah, okay. That's what I want. I want you to be happy. That's what I work for, right?
Yeah, it's to be happy. Yeah. And I'm like, so there's so many people out there miserable working these 9-to-5 jobs or corporate jobs, and they're miserable. And also I know that there's people in business that are just as miserable because they didn't create a business that aligns with their personal values and their personal dreams. So I always like to ask, did you even get into business to be miserable, or did you get into business to be happy?
Exactly.
And so whenever you connect your business to your soul, you can definitely do that. So if you can give us 2 or 3 like juicy tidbits about connecting to your business soul, what would they be?
The first one, well, actually, in my free gift, I will take you into a visualization. So like you'll have a 15 or 20-minute visualization with me if you get my free gift, and Cindy will tell you how to get it later. The first one, I think the first tip is you have to know that the desire that is in your heart is supposed to be there, right? Because it's really easy to get talked out of it. It's really easy to get, you have a well-meaning mentor that might say, well, that's not going to sell. You should do that. Or I see you that. And yet if you know this is your work. So the first tip is listen to the desire in your heart. What is the, I did not, thank you, Jesus, I did not get that I was supposed to be an accountant because I'd mess up a whole bunch of people's books. But I got the work I'm here to do. And I am a 100%, my whole life is devoted to this mission. So number one, whatever is the desire, you have to say yes to it. Number two, as I'll say, we're going to put a ring on it, sister. We're going to marry the thing. We're going to commit. That's what the bankruptcy taught me. There is no other path. This is my path. Now, there's different versions. I might sell different things and I might have different iterations of who I'm being, but this is the path. Number three, understand that your people are your people. There really is no competition. So Cindy and I could be both doing a thing on visibility, and the people that are on a soul level meant to be her clients are going to be hearing her going, oh my God, I got to work with that woman. My people that are, because I really believe on soul levels, we have agreements that we are to help certain people. But we get into, I have to serve everybody, or there's not enough, or oh no. But the more that's why we talk about being seen, the more you're being seen as who you are and communicate the truth of you, your mission, why it matters, what you do, the more your soul tribe basically can go, she's talking to me. Oh my gosh, that's me, So it's getting super clear on those three things, and just knowing if it is yours, it will happen. It has to happen.
What I love about that too is also there's going to be a lot of people out there who might work with you today and me next month. There's a lot of people out there that want to, there's none of us that has only worked with one single person, because we have so many mentors. And going back to, like you're saying, putting a ring on it, I had that sort of thought earlier when you were speaking. So I love that you said put a ring on it, because you have your personal soul. We all know who that is. But whenever you also have your business soul and you see it as an entity, then you can marry your personal soul with your business soul. And it's a really, really great relationship. And this way you're being true to your values and your business values, and it enables you to serve more people.
Really well said. Thank you. Really well said.
You're very welcome.
I'm like, that was good. Dang.
Therese, can you share a business strategy that our listeners can implement in 15 minutes or less to build their business?
This is really strange. It's a different strategy, but I would say write a manifesto. And that kind of ties into the why. I had a slew of deaths. I had a lot of grief within the last few years. And out of that, I basically came like, you know what? I am fiercely here. Woof! I really reflected on how it changed me, and more importantly, what I wanted for the people that I am blessed to work with. And I want my clients to show up and be so freaking fiercely here, like fierce AF is what I say now. Like, I want them to be really powerful when they walk in the room. And that became a manifesto. That became a Facebook group. That became a podcast. So it was just because sometimes you can go, oh, this is what I do. But if you write the manifesto from your heart, this is what I want for you. This is the why I do it. This is my piece. It really will give you clarity, and it will differentiate you from the market. There's a whole bunch of business coaches, right? But if you want to be fierce AF, you ought to hang out with me, right? And I have a manifesto. I can tell you what that means, as opposed to, that sounds like a cool thing, So if you write a manifesto, it will give you tremendous clarity. It's you'll own it. That's putting the ring on it, baby. This is my work. This is what I'm doing. You own it that way.
And that manifesto connects those other souls to you that are meant to work with you. Yes. And I remember you had, in your group, you had this little challenge of us saying, I am fiercely here. Yeah. It was so cool watching all these different videos of women stepping up to their power. I am fiercely here.
I forgot about that. That was really good. I should do that again. You gave me goosebumps with my ideas, Cindy. That was good. I should use it again.
And so your manifesto can really grow into so much and help so many people. So I love that 15-minute strategy. And you had mentioned earlier, for your free gift to our listeners, you have a meditation. So can you tell us just a little bit about the meditation?
Yes. Yeah, because it's so bloody esoteric. Connect with the soul of your business. What the hell is that, right? So I actually walk you through. It's about a 20-minute meditation, and I love it because it gives you the 5 or 6 questions, and I take you to here's what the soul of business is. Here's how to connect with it. Ask this question, this question, this question. So really it gets you clarity. And at the end, I take you, put yourself on a stage, and your ideal clients are there, and what's your soul-based message. And, so you go from the soul to your clients, and it's really yummy. Lots of people have gotten the audio. You've listened to it.
I've listened to it, yes, several times, and it's really a super cool meditation. So you definitely want to hop on over to bizsuccessin15.com/soul. That's all lowercase SOUL. So biz, B-I-Z, success, in15.com/soul, SOUL, and grab your own soul business meditation. Believe me, it can change your life and your business, really the way you look at your business. And Therese, I know, again, we're talking about your book launch, and I know that you have a really special giveaway going on right now for your book launch. So can you tell us about this?
Yeah, I'm super excited, and thanks so much for having me share this. So what I did is I went to 16, 18 or so, 19 of my really cool biz friends, and you are one. And I said, hey, I'm doing this really cool book, and I want to have people create a business that you love. That's my whole thing, right? And so when you buy the book, and right now it's only 99 cents on Kindle, when you buy the book, you will have access to like really cool people's other products and gifts that will help you to love your business. And they've been vetted. I know all these people, they're all very close friends and colleagues of mine. I respect their work, and it's all kinds of, from, I don't even know all the gifts, but they're all business gifts, right? So just check it out. Do you want me to give the URL?
No, I have
Okay.
it on my page.
Perfect.
So you want to head on over again to the bizsuccessin15.com/soul. I will have links of everything we've talked about, Therese's book, her meditation, and that way you can just click on the link and go directly there. So bizsuccessin15.com/soul. And do you have any parting words for our listeners?
People are out there praying for you, that you are a solution. And it's really easy to get beaten down. It's really easy to go, oh, it's hard, nobody's listening. But just know that your work is supposed to be out there, and there is somebody that's literally going, please God, how do I solve this? Who is there? And you have got to get yourself seen. That's why Cindy's work is so important. You have to get out there, because it's not just about you. It literally is. There's somebody out there praying for what you have today. So it is your job to get yourself out there.
I love it. Thank you. And thank you so much for being my guest today, Therese. It's been a pleasure.
It's been great fun. Thank you so much, hon. And
if you enjoyed today's show, feel free to share it with your friends. The more, the merrier. We're on iTunes. You can see us on YouTube, on the business page. We are all over the place. So share Therese's words of wisdom with your friends. And then you can hop on over to bizsuccessin15.com/soul. You'll find all links from today's show. You'll be able to re-listen to Therese's words of wisdom, and you'll be able to catch up on episodes that you might have missed in the past. And while you're there, be sure to do two things. Number one, grab your Soul of Your Business meditation. And number two, go to Amazon and get Therese's Kindle book for 99 cents. And if you're listening to this later on, it may be a little bit more, but you want to get her book because it can change your life and your business. So I hope you have a great week, and tune in next week for another great episode. Big hugs. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Biz Success in 15. For all links mentioned in today's show and to watch or listen to previous episodes, visit bizsuccessin15.com. Thanks so much for listening, and be sure to tune in next week for another amazing guest.